Right, it's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on I'm going to double up the Buffalo bull crap. 5-3 loss and then a 4-3 overtime win, which we are lucky to get because the goalie for the Buffalo Sabres sucks. For 122 minutes, I watched the Buffalo Sabres absolutely dominate the Toronto Maple Leafs. There was a 10-minute stretch in the Saturday game where the Leafs actually, I wouldn't say they had extra pressure because they certainly don't hit anybody, but they did have it in the zone for a little bit of time. Other than this guy on Buffalo, 73. I think I saw him in Game of Thrones. He was a little guy trying to get like the Iron Throne, Tyrion or something like that, Lannister. Little guy. I didn't know his name was Zach Metza. But anytime he was on the ice, which wasn't for much, so Zach Metza got 7 minutes tonight because he might be the worst defenseman I've ever seen in my life. Between him and Lane Hudson, if you put them together, you might get 4'7" and maybe a quarter of an inch. Well, how much did he play against on Friday? It wasn't a lot. Zach Metza. God, thank God I don't have. If you're a Buffalo Sabres fan, like, what is this guy? So he played 9 minutes. So he played 16 minutes in 2 games, and that was the only time that the Leafs could keep it in their zone was when Zach Metza was on. Hell, even Steven Lorentz got a chance against Zach Metza. Now, I got lucky. I got very lucky. Well, I don't know if I got lucky, actually. But I went down and saw my buddy Rick on yesterday, so we went to the London Knights game. You know what? I saw the London Knights game. I saw one tonight, but I saw a fight. I saw people that cared for the game. It was a 3-2 win for London Knights with a little bit of passion in the game. It went to overtime. Ottawa had a nice little comeback. Man, they had David Cameron as coach against Dale Hunter. That's like comparing, that's like comparing Toronto Maple Leafs against like an NHL team in terms of coaching. But the London Knights won that one 3-2. I was able to avoid the Leafs score the entire day. Because when we went to the bar, the Blue Jays were on. They were 2-2. We joined it maybe end of the 5th or top of the 6th. And we got to see the 9-run inning, which was awesome. Drove home today. Got to take my daughter out for breakfast in Guelph. And then drove home and was able to watch the game. And after an hour, well, the good news is it only took me an hour to watch the game, the first one on Friday. But that was just an absolute hot disaster. It's disgusting to be a Leaf fan right now. It's absolutely pathetic. Nylander played all right in Friday game. He looked like he cared, and then all of a sudden he got hurt, so it looks like he's out. A lot of passengers, a lot of floaters, a lot of nothing. You know what the Leafs are full of? Nothing burgers. Nothing burgers. They don't forecheck. They don't hit. They don't play defense. I've never seen defensive zone coverage like I saw on the first game. Now, today, it was just as despicable. Stolars and Caden Primo played all right. Caden Primo didn't have to play great tonight. The Sabres got a little tired at the end. Stolars had to stand on his head, and he still gave up 5 goals. Wow. Yeah, 5 goals. Stands on his head. We're playing the... Ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Red Wings and the Buffalo Sabres took 7 of 8 points in back-to-back games against the Toronto Maple Leafs. This isn't the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is the Detroit Red Wings and the Buffalo Sabres got 7 of a possible 8 points in back-to-back games against the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's, in terms of embarrassment. You know what? I'm trying to think of what's more embarrassing. The fact that, like, I'm supposed to sit here and fucking cheer about a 4-3 win against, we had to hang on for dear life. And the only reason we got the win is because Uka Pekka Luka Oompa Loompa down in Chocolate Charlie Factory couldn't stop a puck to save his life. The Dakota Joshua goal, like that, if that goes in on any one of our goalies, we're torching our goalies. So Uka Puka Loompa Oompa can't stop a puck, and we're supposed to throw a goddamn party for ourselves? Not one of the Leafs should get off the... There's two people. Benoit and McCabe can walk off the ice tonight with their head held high. The rest of them, are you kidding me? You're seriously kidding me, right? We have no forecheck that I've ever, no forecheck. The Friday game, we got some guy named Kelly Yarncak. He looks like he's working hard. He's got every muscle in his body moving around. He's like a little Energizer bunny, and he goes nowhere. Nowhere. Everything on his body moves except for his skates. So he looks like he's working hard. He ain't working hard. You got Mini Domi. I think he finished off a -4 combined games. Cross-ice passes all over the place. No defensive zone coverage. No hustle. No nothing. We have 12 forwards. 10 of them are nothing burgers. They add no value. I don't know what they do. No idea. Outworked everywhere. The Buffalo Sabres were able to go into our offensive zone and do whatever the hell they wanted on Friday and pretty much all of Saturday. Why does it, when they dump it in, and it's so tough for us to get the puck out, you want to know why? Because we got piss-ass forwards who can't do crap. They don't play their position. I got a couple beauties for you. Watch Yarncak on the 4th goal on the Friday game. I got home. I had to watch an hour of this. And then I had to watch whatever that was. I'm going to go watch the Blue Jays. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. I don't even like baseball. I don't care. I can't be any worse than what I'm watching. On a 5-on-5, he lets the guy on the boards do whatever the hell he wants. No pressure on him. He just sits there. It's 5-on-5. Go get the puck. No, I'm going to sit here and cover no one. The team is very good at covering the invisible man. I'm the invisible man. I'm the invisible man. It's incredible how I can see right through you. It's a Queen song. Check it out. I hear Queen, I Want It All the time. Try the invisible man, because that's who the Leafs cover in the defensive zone. The invisible man. Pass went across to Samuelson after the guy gets a set-up shot. It's not a power play. It's a 5-on-5, and no one does any defensive zone coverage. Samuelson sneaks behind Lawrence. Boom. Well, I guess that's Stolar's fault. No defense. Watch the first goal tonight. Tage Thompson. Cross-ice pass. Domi points at him. Now, I don't know why he pointed at him. Maybe he's helping out the team figure out which guy to throw the puck to. You know, the guy who scores like 40 goals for the Buffalo Sabres? Got a nice shot. So Domi points at him. Watch the first goal. He points at him and then covers the invisible man. The invisible man. Who's he point? Why? Was he trying to get someone else to go cover him? So if you're going to do that, then Manny Domi, you might want to cover a Buffalo Sabre. No, it's the invisible man. The guy you pointed to got the puck and scored. Defense can't take anyone else out in front of the net. You know, I saw a whole bunch of floaters other than Benoit and McCabe. I watched Benoit and McCabe for 2 games work their tails off. So salute to McCabe, salute to Benoit. I'll give a salute to Primo. I'll give a salute to Stolars. The rest of them, maybe I'll give you Nylander. He did have a nice breakaway, and then he actually worked hard to get a second breakaway. But I think it was against the Tyrion Lannister, Game of Thrones little guy. That's it. It was Connor Timmins, I think. Yeah, Connor Timmins is on their team, and he looked like Bobby Orr against the Leafs. The Leafs dump it in, and none of them go get the puck. Matthew Nyes, another horrible 2 games. Horrible. Matthews, terrible. Terrible. At no point does he dominate a game. No, he doesn't dominate. Oh, he scored a goal. Yeah, on a power play from a pass from Johnny Day. By the way, you know how bad it is for the Leafs? I thought Johnny T might have been the best player tonight. No, he wasn't. Benoit and McCabe were, but Johnny T he held his own. Got the overtime goal on a blistering shot by the speed. Tage Thompson must have been on like a 73-minute second shift if he can't catch Tavares. Now, keep in mind, Tavares nearly cost the game with a how's she going. By the way, Johnny T, you can't do a how's she going. That should have been buried overtime. I don't know what Owen Power's doing. He's handling the puck like it's a grenade. And Johnny T gets a breakaway. So Johnny T nearly went from getting the assist on their goal to getting the goal for us in overtime. And we got 2 points against the Buffalo Sabres out of 4 points. Yeah, woo! Throw a parade, boys. We get the World Series going. I don't even. It's so disgusting to be a Leaf fan right now. I don't know if you're a Leaf fan and you watch this game and you take some positives out of it. We got 2 points. I got it, but what's the positives? Tell me what this team does. Tell me what Dakota Joshua scored 2 goals in 2 games. Okay. Easton Cowan can't play defense in his end, and it's not his fault. Easton Cowan should be in the minors. Why put him on a third line? He can't cover it. He's terrible in his defensive end. He's got to learn how to play defensive hockey. He's terrible. I think that's the guy that a mini idiot told him to go cover. Of course, he was so out of the play. We have Mini Domi who can't play center, and we continuously play this guy at center. The guy can't cover anything. There's nothing there. Brandon Carlo, Cottonelle Carlo. Why so slow? Why so soft? Go back to Boston. Cottonelle Carlo. I even forgot the goddamn song. I watch guys run my goalie in the head. And I sit around with my big ass in the air. Cottonelle Carlo. Cottonelle Carlo played. He got an assist tonight, so he should be very proud of himself. He played about 40 minutes and threw 1 hit, apparently. I didn't see it. Tonight, they say, how many hits tonight? They said the Leafs out hit the Buffalo Sabres 30-8. I saw 1 hit all game. Well, no, there was a couple. But Jake McCabe laid the hit and then got into a fight and dummied Tuck. I don't know how Tuck got an instigator. I'll try to figure that out, but I can't. 30-8 in hit. Oh, no, sorry, that was the Friday game. The Friday game, the Leafs threw 30 hits. What game am I watching? I must be watching the game where, it must be insane. How many hits did they say they threw tonight? They said they threw 25 hits. Who's counting the Toronto Maple Leafs hits? Because I don't see them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can tell me about all the hits. I saw the Jake McCabe hit. I saw Simon Benoit lay a guy out on the boards. I can't name another hit. Please let me know. Did I miss something in the game? It's no contact hockey. It's no pressure in their zone. Nothing. There's nothing. It's nothing burgers. What are we? We're 9 games in. Am I supposed to panic? We're 4-4-1, and we should not be 4-4-1. The Leafs should be 2. Maybe they should have beat Nashville because Nashville's crap. Montreal Canadiens didn't show up, so we get that game. So the rest should be losses. I don't know. What is this team? They're not a grinder team. They're the worst defensive zone coverage I've seen in a long time. I mean, here's my problem. I watch the Dallas Cowboys, who have the worst defense in the history of the NFL right now. You know what? Both teams, they cover the invisible man. They're really good at taking the invisible man. They don't take the actual guys. They take the invisible man. Anyways, I had a great time in London. It was good to see a London Knights game. Came home and watched an hour of nonsense and then 3 more hours of nonsense. And hopefully I'll go watch a Blue Jays game. And I don't even like baseball, but whatever, I'll watch it. The Invisible Man. When will the Leafs play again? Who do they play next? I don't even... It's like apathy is hit. The team is so disgusting to watch for me. I don't even know why I do it. It's like I want to make my life as difficult as possible. Who do the Toronto Maple Leafs play next? It's next week. The Leafs play the Calgary Flames on Tuesday, and then Columbus on Wednesday. Those are two easy. And then the schedule next week for the Leafs. They've had the easiest schedule to start off a season. I can't even. They have the Calgary Flames, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Philadelphia Flyers next week. That's their schedule. That should be 6 points. They should have had 8 points against the Detroit Red Wings and the Buffalo Sabres, and they got 2. And the other teams got 7. And we want to say that it was a great game. It wasn't. Realism coming at you. Enjoy the Blue Jays. Go Jays, go.